All right. Today we're going to be cracking open the history of Poppy's Playtime.
Roll that title card.
Now, I don't like this game at all. I don't like the way it's going. I don't like anything. And a lot of people might go, oh, well, it's full game isn't out yet. Yeah. That's the exact reason I don't like it. Yeah. So I'm going to talk about some of the big concerns that I have and what I did like about a game and what I didn't. So without further ado, let's get cracking. Let's start with the good, because that's always better to hear than the bad. So I love the monster. I love the ideas behind this game, right? The character designs are scary enough for the graphical limitations, and I love the hide and seek type elements of this giant creature stalking you throughout this abandoned factory that you once worked at. And the puzzles are pretty rewarding as well, taking parts of the environment and using them to solve puzzles is really entertaining, not only to watch but to figure out as well. Oh, you thought I was talking about Poppy's Playtime? I would, but Bendy and the Ink Machine did all of those things better almost 4 years earlier. So, sorry. I'm going to be doing a lot of comparison in this video, and it's not to praise Bendy or hate on Poppy, but I don't like what Mob Games is doing right now, and they're trying to fix it, I think, but right now it feels like they're just chasing money. It feels scummy in a way, It's to shed light on what I think is wrong with the game and wrong with how they released it. So, Bendy and the Ink Machine released its first chapter in February of 2017. And then the last chapter was released roughly a year and a half later, October of 2018. 7 months after the first chapter was released, they started to make merch to fund the other chapters because the game had skyrocketed in popularity. Now, comparing that to Poppy, who released in October of 2021, just released its second chapter of who knows how many more on May 5th of 2022. In 8 months, Mob Games, the creators of Poppy Playtime, put out one chapter to the two that Bendy made in the same time. Now, I know making games is hard, coding is hard, I'm aware, but it seems like they wanted time for the pot to kind of stir up, for it to simmer a little bit, to give it a little bit more flavor, to get people theorizing, Pat, and to get people excited for this new hype, right? But it was also probably just for money, because, let's be honest here. Look at the title screen for Bendy versus Poppy, right? Poppy has merch in their fucking title. Oh, and a quick side note, I uninstalled the game, and when I went back to re-download it, the game that was originally $5 is free, and the DLC is $10. I mean, honestly, I don't care. I bought it when it was $5. I probably bought it on sale when it was like $2.50 or something, but it's just, I don't know. It's like they saw so many people bashing on the game for the merch on the title screen that they were just like, oh yeah, what if we make it free? What the it's so stupid. Oh, and they were gonna sell NFTs too, the bane of every single online internet gamer person's existence. They were like, oh, haha, look at that. We're gonna make 6 NFTs at $15 each, 3 times the price of our actual game. And then there's probably gonna be lore and stuff behind it. And you had to buy all 6 of them before you could buy a special 7th one that completed the set. Now, after huge amounts of backlash from the community, they deleted the tweet, and I'm pretty sure the NFTs didn't sell at all, or they just completely canceled everything, right? Then chapter 2 released. Now, this is gonna be a lot of hearsay, hair soup, I don't know. Because I don't want to buy the DLC for this game. From what I've heard, from what I've seen, from what my friends have told me because they bought it, from what I've seen from YouTubers playing it, from what I've seen from other reviews, it's a buggy mess. There are just a lot of things that don't work. But you know what? I can't blame the devs for this. They just probably forgot they had a game to work on while they were blowing all of that merch money on
cheap booze and strippers.
And after watching Markiplier's 2-hour video, because everybody can trust the masochist to go through every single little dark hallway and everything, the game definitely has gotten better. There are more puzzles to use your slinky hands with. It doesn't feel like a tech demo anymore. There's new abilities. You can get a new hand in the later levels, and the scares are amazing. The spooky atmosphere of the abandoned toy factory with these giant contorted different play things, play beasts, whatever you want to call them. It's so cool. And it's way more complicated. Now, while mob games definitely improved on a lot of things, they kind of, blew their load on a few others. Like, there have been allegations of plagiarism. There are tons of bugs in the game, reportedly, from even just checking on the Steam reviews. You can tell that a lot of people will boot up the game and it crashes immediately, or they can't even boot up the game at all. And so all of this in general turned a large part of the community against mob games. But hey, Jacksepticeye's in the game, and they talk about Markiplier's birthday, so how much can you really complain? Come on now, guys, come on, yeah. And look, I get it. Like I said before, making games is hard. Hell, I've tried to make some for a while, and they are dog shit. Like, I'm telling you, absolute dog shit games, right? And coming up with an idea to execute is even harder. I'd say it's probably harder. But if you're gonna delay chapters of a game while still coming out with merch and NFTs, you gotta rethink your priorities on why you're making the game. Also, a huge portion of this video was inspired by The Shady History of Poppy's Playtime by Dags, I think is how you say it, because it really made me think about like everything that this game is saying and doing just to make you pay more money. And I completely skipped over the merch button on the the menu, right? And fun fact, they changed it in chapter 2 to this now, because they got so much backlash from having merch in the title screen, and it's beautiful and it's amazing. And honestly, I don't like the company behind the game, but I still want to give it a fair shot. And I'm probably eventually gonna buy the DLC whenever all the chapters come out, just to go through the game and see how they improved it and how much better it hopefully is. But I hope they listen to their fan base, stop with all the merch stuff, and they put the game first, not the money. Anyways, hope y'all had a good day, and don't spend your money on games, buy nuts instead.